So if you're officially tired of following the exact same hyper-crowded tourist routes as literally every other visitor out there, well, you're in the perfect place. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going completely off the map to unlock the ultimate insider's playbook to Montreal's true, authentic spirit. We're talking about trading those brutal 2-hour waits and crowded cobblestone traps for the actual, vibrant heartbeat of the city. We're going to explore the spots where real Montrealers live, eat, and just connect. Places where the hum of rapid-fire French mixes right in with the incredible scent of fresh-baked bagels. So get ready, because by the end of this, you're going to have the keys to a completely different and infinitely richer version of this amazing city.
You know, it's actually incredibly easy to get trapped in what I call the guidebook Montreal. And hey, don't get me wrong, the iconic landmarks in Old Montreal and that bustling downtown core, they are famous for a reason. But here's the thing, visitors almost always get stuck there, completely missing out on this whole other reality, the real Montreal. That is where the genuine community feel actually lives. I mean, the authentic city isn't just about snapping pictures of static sites, right? It's about feeling that local rhythm. It's about knowing exactly where the neighborhood families gather on a Sunday morning, totally away from the massive crowds, and discovering this completely different social fabric. So this explainer is all about crossing over that invisible line and just ditching the predictable for the authentic.
Now, to truly understand this side of the city, you really have to find its bohemian heartbeat. And that phrase, it perfectly captures our very first hidden gem destination, which is Mile End. If you want to see where creativity flows absolutely freely, this is the spot, hands down. It's the undisputed epicenter of Montreal's creative spirit. It's literally overflowing with these fiercely independent boutiques and incredibly curated vintage shops, where you can score those one-of-a-kind treasures. Plus, it has this laid-back, artistic atmosphere that honestly no tourist board could ever manufacture. It's the ultimate stomping ground for creatives, artists, and students, just humming with this very specific, infectious energy that totally pulls you right in.
So, what exactly keeps that bohemian heartbeat pumping? Well, it is fueled entirely by a fierce, independent coffee culture. And listen, we are not talking about big global chains with standardized menus here. No way. We're talking about deeply independent, community-driven spots where the barista probably knows your whole life story by your third visit. These cafes are essentially the unofficial offices and brainstorming hubs for the local scene. Sitting in one of these places, surrounded by indie music and really deep conversations, sipping a perfectly roasted brew, that is arguably the best way to absorb the neighborhood's vibe. You're not just getting a caffeine fix, you're literally drinking in the local culture.
But Montreal is like a giant puzzle, and moving beyond the hipster vibe of Mile End reveals some even deeper, more complex pieces of authentic local life. Take Verdun, for example. This is a working-class, super vibrant community with a fierce, genuine sense of neighborhood pride that tourists just miss completely. It offers a beautifully raw and diverse look at Montreal's social fabric, complete with its own bustling local markets where neighbors actually stop and chat with each other. And then there's Côte des Neiges. This neighborhood has a deeply rooted community life that feels miles and miles away from the downtown skyscrapers. It's heavily residential, packed with local cultural institutions, and gives you this incredibly grounded perspective on the city's history. Walking through Côte des Neiges, it's basically walking through the everyday life of a true Montrealer.
Okay, so here's the really crucial point. Exploring the authentic city isn't just about crossing over neighborhood borders. It's about diving headfirst into the microculture within those borders. The true hidden gems aren't the broad neighborhoods themselves. Actually, scratch that. It's the small, intimate establishments tucked away inside those streets. That microculture is where the everyday magic happens. It's where the grand, sweeping ideas of a city's culture get distilled down into, say, a single laughter-filled conversation across a worn wooden counter, or a steaming plate of comfort food that you literally cannot find anywhere else in the world.
And when we talk about finding that microculture, two things matter above absolutely everything else: non-chain and community-run. If you genuinely want to taste everyday Montreal life, you've got to skip the commercial, mass-produced restaurant chains. What you want to seek out is the authentic local eatery. You want to find that artisanal bakery where the baker knows all their morning customers by name, and the smell of fresh croissant is just spilling out right onto the street. You want that cozy, tucked-away bistro that offers an unfiltered, genuine taste of daily life. Because these are the places that serve the absolute soul of the city on a plate, where heirloom recipes are passed down and hyper-local ingredients are the absolute star of the show.
But beyond the phenomenal food, this microculture really thrives through everyday community connection points. Like stepping into a small community-run market, that isn't just about buying fresh produce or unique artisanal goods. It gives you this direct, unfiltered connection to the local producers themselves. And that connection goes way, way beyond commerce. It bleeds right into local culture and art. When you take the time to seek out vibrant street art murals tucked away in quiet alleys, or when you wander into independent, off-the-beaten-path galleries, you're witnessing the constantly evolving artistic scene of the city in real time. Attending authentic, local events, the kind that are definitely not in those glossy hotel brochures, that is exactly how you tap directly into the city's living pulse.
So, now that you know exactly where these hidden spots are and what to look for, we need to talk about the real insider secret, which is how to actually experience them. Because simply showing up, that isn't enough to unlock the real city. If you really want to absorb that authentic vibe, you need to navigate these spaces completely like a local. It's all about shedding that tourist aura and matching the underlying rhythm of the streets. So let's look at the unwritten rules for seamlessly blending in and maximizing your experience so you aren't just observing, but you're actually participating.
All right, here is your insider's playbook for blending right in. First up, safety and awareness. This basically means matching the local pace and deeply respecting the norms. Don't be that loud tourist blocking the entire sidewalk just to take a picture of a squirrel. Just observe how the locals move and interact and mirror that respect. Second, interaction etiquette. Don't be afraid to engage, but do it thoughtfully. A simple, polite bonjour goes a surprisingly long way in opening doors to wonderful, positive conversations, even if literally the rest of your sentence is in English. And finally, third, timing your visit. Guys, this is the secret weapon. You have to match the local schedule. Hit those community-run markets early in the morning when the absolute freshest produce arrives and the locals are doing their daily shopping. But those independent cafes in Mile End, save those for the late afternoon when the creatives emerge, the coffee is flowing, and that artistic atmosphere is at its absolute peak.
Ultimately, discovering the authentic side of this incredible city is a deeply personal thing. It's really about finding your own Montreal soul. The true magic of this place, it is not going to be found on a glossy postcard or some generic top 10 list. I urge you to just slow down, take a breath. Take in the smell of the fresh bread radiating from that local artisanal bakery. Sit quietly on a bench somewhere in Côte d'Neige and just observe all those small, beautiful daily interactions happening right around you. Because if you allow yourself to actually move at the city's natural pace, it will slowly reveal its layered, deeply fascinating character to you.
So you now have the map to ditch the tourist traps and uncover the genuine charm of the city. You know the neighborhoods, the microcultures, and exactly what those unwritten rules are for navigating them like you've lived there for years. The only thing left is for you to step out and experience the whole shebang for yourself. So I'm going to leave you with this. Which hidden gem are you going to explore first? Are you going to dive straight into the bohemian heartbeat of Mile End, or are you seeking out the lively chatter of a community-run market over in Verdun? Let your curiosity lead the way and have a blast becoming a true local. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy exploring!